experts often say that wigs give women confidence. And I always cringe when I hear that. Because as a woman who's worn wigs for just about her entire life, I can honestly say wigs can actually make you less confident. Especially when the wig is being worn to hide something about yourself that you don't like. Maybe you don't like the texture of your hair. Maybe you don't like the length of your hair. Whatever it is, you're hiding something, right? And if you're doing it to hide, there's no confidence there. There is absolutely no confidence in hiding. In fact, it is such a struggle to keep a secret that wearing the wig and attempting to hide something underneath that wig is debilitating to a point. So I can completely understand when women say, I can't wait to reach the level of confidence in which I don't have to wear this wig. So while the experts are saying wigs give women confidence, I think women who wear wigs know better. But then again, there are those women who truly feel like without this wig, I wouldn't be able to go out into the world. And I think a lot of us probably feel that way. I, for one, fall somewhere in that category. Although I come onto the internet every day without my wig on, I don't do that outside. When I go outside, I put that wig on. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you that I'm very confident in the choice that I have made. So we're going to talk some more about confidence, and you guys let me know what your definition of confidence is. I think everybody has a different definition of confidence. I'm confident in the choices that I've made for myself. I don't care if everybody knows that I'm bald. I don't care if I go outside with my wig on and the neighbor across the street says, hey, I just saw you on YouTube without your wig. I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. But one thing I'm not going to do is go outside and explain to people all day why I'm bald. And that's what I found overwhelmingly I was doing when I was going out without my wig. So for reference, I've never really given the whole wigless thing a good effort. I did about 3 weeks without the wig, and I felt very liberated, but in the sense that I didn't have to worry about, does my hair look good? If that makes any sense. I felt liberated that way, but at the same time, I was constantly explaining myself, constantly telling people why I'm bald, constantly engaging these very odd conversations with people. And I'm going to get into a few of those conversations to see how you would have handled that, because I know there's a large population of women who go out every day without their wigs. And I wonder, is it just me that I'm constantly approached by strangers asking me about my health? Or do all bald women deal with this? I don't know. But I just know that when I don't wear the wig, I'm constantly explaining myself. So here's 2 examples of times I've been out without my wig. And you let me know how you would have handled this. Okay, so one of the times I was out and about taking the train somewhere, and I got off at Forest Hill Station in Queens, New York. There was a park right across the street. And that particular day, there was a big family event, and there was kids everywhere. And when I'm around kids and I'm not wearing my wig, I just know I'm going to be answering questions, right? So I got off the train, and there was this little kid, and I heard him say to his mother, look, that lady is bald. And the mother literally told the little boy, well, she looks like a nice lady. Why don't you go ask her? So they came over, a little boy taps me on my thigh, and he's like, where's your hair? And then I explained to him, I said, I just don't grow hair. I didn't want to get into the whole alopecia thing because, what? And I was just trying to be really polite and playful with the nice little boy on this happy day at the park. And I didn't want to ruin it for him. So I was nice about it. But the whole time I was entertaining this little boy because I felt like I was entertaining him. I was seething. I was really annoyed at his annoying ass mother, because who teaches their kid to go up to a stranger and ask them about their health? First of all, since when do we teach kids to talk to strangers, right? So what was it about me that looked so welcoming? Did I look like I was in the mood to tell people about my special case? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't understand it. And I remember that weird conversation, and the mother just standing there, just nodding her head, smiling, and saying, well, thank you. See, she's a nice lady. And that was just so weird to me. And it really upset me for the rest of the day, because I kind of wanted to tell her, listen, I was very nice to your son today, but everybody's not going to be this nice. Sometimes we don't want to be bothered. You don't just walk up to strangers and ask them about their health. That's really weird. So that happened that one time. And then another time, I was at a bus stop. Again, a lot of things seem to happen to me at bus stops because I worked in the city for so many years. But I was at a bus stop and it was just me and this other woman at this bus stop. And slowly I just noted her kind of creeping towards me, like she was really trying to get closer to me. And then she said the magic words, "Can I ask you a question?" And I already know what that means. I've been asked the same question about 3 million times in my life. I lost my hair when I was a child. So about 3 million times I've been asked, "Can I ask you a question?" That day, I just wasn't in the mood to perform. I didn't feel like it. So I was just like, sure, what's up? And then she says, "Are you a survivor?" I just looked at her. And then I said, "No." And then I turned my body away from her so she would just know to walk away. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad after that because I saw her walk away from my peripherals. I could see her like shrinking. She just kind of like shrunk back into her own shell. And it made me feel this immense sense of guilt. This woman approaches me as I'm minding my business at the bus stop and somehow guilts me into telling her my story. Because that's what I did. After she walked away, I was overridden with guilt. And then I went to her and I apologized. And I said to her, "I'm really sorry. I'm not a survivor. I have alopecia." And then she said, "Oh, I was just asking because my mom was a survivor for years. She just passed away and I just wanted to talk to you." And I was just like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." It was just such an awkward situation. I just never want to be in that situation again. And it wasn't hard for me to decide after that I'm just going to wear my wig. I'm just going to wear it back. There's other incidents as well that lent to it, but they were minor little things, little microaggressions or oversights or people just kind of treating me kind of like they don't see me. I think a lot of people want to stare, and to avoid staring, instead of staring, they just don't look at you at all. They pretend you're invisible. So I get a lot of that when I'm without the wig. So I'm really confident in my decision to wear the wig, if that makes any sense to you. As far as confidence, I don't really know what confidence is. You guys let me know your definition in the comment section, because confidence is such a weird thing. I don't know if you can really be confident in the way that you look long term, because you don't really look one way long term. We gain weight, we lose weight, we get some sleep, we lose some sleep. If a little change in the way we look is going to alter the way we feel about ourselves, I don't know that that's confidence. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really understand the definition of confidence in reality. I know the dictionary definition, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Have you felt in your time that you needed to shed the wig in order to explore this side of yourself? And I can completely understand that. That's the reason why I went without the wig, because I really thought that by going without the wig, I would unlock some part of myself or something in me would change, but really nothing changed. Except I do remember how liberating it felt to not worry about my hairstyle.